Hi everyone, Average Pat here to chat today about the movie The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. This film was released on Friday, November 2nd and stars Mackenzie Foy as Clara, Keira Knightley as Sugarplum, Morgan Freeman as Drosselmeyer, and Dame Helen Mirren as Mother Ginger. Now, whatever you think you know about the Nutcracker coming into this movie, get rid of it. Don't pay attention to any of what you've seen, or you think you know about the ballet. Unfortunately, this is a completely different story, and despite the visual beauty in some scenes and the colorings, the story doesn't quite make up for what the ballet was. The overall story is Clara is given a special gift at Christmas time by her godfather, Drosselmeyer, and she discovers an entry into the Four Realms, which is a land that was apparently founded by her mother many, many years prior. They don't explain how Mom found it or what she did to find it or how she came about it, just that Mom was a really brilliant scientist, which is evidenced in some of the displays around and alliterations of stuff she's done before, but not really explaining what she did for a profession or what, how she came about to find this realms area. I'm not going to get into the whole story because it's not quite exactly what you expect, and unfortunately, the more I get into it, the more I will spoil it, so I don't want to do that. Visually, beautifully well done. There's beautiful colors, the dramatic differences between the light and the dark. The overall feel of the story, it's there. There's funny character moments, there's sad character moments, there is some ballet, despite the fact that it's not the same story. When they're performing and showing Clara the exact ways of how her mother had found the realms and found to be in the area where they were. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the wonderful performance done in the ballet story of how the realms had been found, which was performed by Misty Copeland, the dancer, was not enough to showcase her enough. They didn't really focus on her face or show who she was as a person. Typical ballet, she's doing pirouettes and spins and stuff along those lines, and they focus a lot on her feet as she's doing, on point, which is great, but they don't show her enough, in my opinion. She did a very wonderful job, and I thought she deserved a little bit more camera time to show who she actually was. There's not very many scenes where they show exactly who she is. You don't see a good, clear visual of her face. Unfortunately, there's, I think, maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds of her dance that they actually do. The story is somewhat predictable. Once you start paying attention to the realms and how everything goes around and who's all talking and how the story is being explained. I went with my boys, and my 11-year-old actually figured out something wasn't quite the way it seemed to be and said to me what he thought the story was going to be about halfway through the movie, and he was correct. So that kind of gives you an idea of what the storyline actually was. Understand why I feel the storyline was lacking. Overall, as a quality of movie, if you're not familiar with the ballet and you just want a good, decent family movie for holiday time, before Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet comes out, this will work. This is a decent movie. The fact that I know the story of the ballet and I've seen it in person, it didn't quite do it for me. So overall, I would give this probably a 3 out of a 5. I don't think the visual aesthetics made up for the fact that there was a lot of questions about the plot or the storyline, or how somehow people show up at an event where they're already gone and everything's implied that everybody's left, yet suddenly there's a whole bunch of people there. There's gaping issues along those lines that unfortunately it doesn't gel well for me. Again, I'd give it a 3 out of a 5. Not a bad movie overall, but since it's not quite the ballet we all expect it to be, I think that's where it takes its faults. If you like my reviews or are interested in seeing more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like my review of this, give it a like on Facebook. Let other people know what you think, what I think, and if you agree with it, try to spread the word. Let's get the word out and see what we can do with more of them. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.